coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Yeah, buddy. How's everyone doing? Hope you're well. So, last week, I'm watching Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I'd actually just upgraded my Blu-ray to 4K. Oh, and it was absolutely glorious, by the way. I highly recommend it. Anyway, it stars Richard Dreyfuss, doesn't it? And I'm thinking to myself, man, I haven't seen Jaws in a long, long time. I've actually never owned it, never had a copy. I'd only ever seen it like on TV. And I'd actually never seen Jaws 2, 3 or 4. Well, I thought I'd seen Jaws 2, but after watching it a few nights back, I can say with some certainty that I'd never seen it before.
And you expect me to believe you? You know you're lying.
So yeah, while I was in HMV the other day, I thought I'd get Jaws. And while I was there looking at it on the shelves, all the other Jaws movies was with it, so I thought, yeah, I'd pick them all up and have a good binge.
Well, you must be very proud of yourself.
Well, let me take you back to the 80s for a minute. You know, there was only ever one movie monster, creature, villain, that scared me as a kid, and that was Freddy Krueger.
Oh, jeez, that's an awful thing to say. I'm gonna kill him.
I was okay with the shark from Jaws, but that music from the film, man, it absolutely terrified me as a kid for some reason. I'll tell you a story. Around the time when my dad first had me watch Jaws, there was a beer commercial for a company called Gold Label. It featured a giant spider, or tarantula, and the Jaws music, it would play in the background. Every time that advert came on the TV, I'd shit myself. Well, figuratively speaking, of course. I'll play you the advert now. If it's missing though, then unfortunately, I've had to delete it due to copyright because of the music, obviously. Fingers crossed though, here it is.
Boy, you're nicking my beer.
A man and his gold label lager are seldom parted.
Oi!
Yeah. For those watching in the UK, do any of you remember that advert? Please let me know in the comments. So of course, let's start with the OG, Jaws, from 1975. By far the best of the 4 films. I mean, that's just a given. That's Steven Spielberg. Boy, did he know how to make a film. Absolute phenomenal cast with Dreyfuss, Schneider and Shaw. Oh, and obviously Lorraine Gary. Yeah, she was great too. I actually didn't know that this was considered to be the first summer blockbuster. It was massive, and it was the highest grossing film in cinema history until the release of Star Wars 2 years later. Yeah, I had no idea. Jaws made, I think it was $495 million back in 1975. That's outrageous, right? But yeah, I love this. It's the perfect movie. The third act, it was absolutely incredible. Robert Shaw, geez Louise, that man could act. Quint on the boat, talking about the sinking of the USS Indianapolis.
You know the thing about a shark, he's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eyes. When he comes at you, he doesn't seem to be living until he bites you. And those black eyes roll over white, and then you hear that terrible high-pitched screaming. The ocean turns red, and in spite of all the pounding and the hollering, they all come in and they rip you to pieces.
Chills, man, absolute chills. And yeah, we know the shark looks a little corny, but when it got on board and eats Quint, and then comes back in the boat, smashing through the glass of the cabin to attack Brody. Damn, that's magic filmmaking, that is right there. Right, we move on to Jaws 2 from 1978. Like I said earlier, I thought I'd seen this, but obviously not. So we have Schneider and Gary return for this. No Dreyfus though, unfortunately. Apparently he was working on Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Plus he was angry that there were no bonuses paid out from the first movie. He thought, you know, the cast should have gotten bonuses, what with it being such a massive success. Anyway, Jaws 2, I did enjoy it. It's basically a rehash of the first movie, but it's missing that Spielberg magic. Yeah, you can tell it's missing. The film grossed over $200 million though, which was still a massive hit. Oh, and it was great to see Keith Gordon in this. I think I'd only ever seen him in 2 other films, one of them being one of my favourite Stephen King adaptations, John Carpenter's Christine, and Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. I'm sure most of you remember that one. But yeah, decent movie, not bad at all. Okay, and now we're on to Jaws 3 from 1983, or Jaws 3D as it was called. This one was probably my least favourite, if I'm being honest. I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. This film follows the grown-up Brody children to SeaWorld in Florida. The great white shark infiltrates the park from the sea, gets in through the underwater tunnels and into the lagoons where it obviously runs amok, so to speak. It has a great cast, though. Dennis Quaid, Simon McCorkindale and Louis Gossett Jr. It was a relatively, commercially successful to a degree. Despite its negative reviews, it made $88 million against a budget of $18 million, which was, I suppose, pretty decent, like, for 1983. I'm sure, like, the Terminator that released a year later, I'm sure that only made, like, 50 million. If memory serves me correctly, please let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. But yeah, average film at best. Like I say, you know, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. Now on to Jaws 4, The Revenge from 1987. Okay, going into this, I expected to hate it. I really did. I'd been told this was one of the worst films in the franchise, or the worst film in the franchise. 2% on Rotten Tomatoes, can you believe that? Saying that though, I mean, who made Rotten Tomatoes and their critics the arbiter of truth, eh? In regard to whether a film is good or not. Sure, there were some silly parts. I mean, like the shark, after killing one of Brody's sons, it then follows the son's mother to the Bahamas to enact his revenge on the family. Yeah, a bit of a silly plot, I know. Oh, yeah, and the shark roars in this one, which is a tad stupendous. And oh yeah, it explodes after being impaled on the jagged front bowsprit of the boat.
Smile, you son of a bitch!
Absolutely ridiculous, but I can't help but like this. If you look past all the silly bits, it's a fun movie.
Wrong.
I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Come on, don't bullshit me. Bullshit. 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 Bullshit.
I thought it was good, and I loved the cast. Lorraine Gary returns. The great Michael Caine is in it. Lance Guest. Now, if I'd have known Lance Guest was in it, I'd have watched it a long, long time ago. He was in one of my favourite childhood movies, The Last Starfighter. Oh, and Mario Van Peebles is also in this. He was a good actor. I haven't seen him in anything for a long time. But yeah, I just don't see how this is considered not only they said the worst in the franchise, but one of the worst movies ever made. I just don't see it. It's a fun movie.
Wrong.
I reckon I could re-watch this one just as much as I could the original.
You son of a bitch!
Right, so how am I going to rank these? Well, obviously, the original from 1975, it is in first place. That is a given. A classic, an absolute triumph of cinema. Spielberg at his absolute best. Number 2, yeah, so the purists ain't gonna like this, but yeah, my number 2 spot would be Jaws 4 or Jaws the Revenge.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, there it is. I've said it. I love it. I can't help it. Silly plot, I know. There's some silly, some outrageous stuff happens in it, but it's such a fun movie. I love it.
Enough talk.
I can't believe it took me this long to watch it. I think I might actually re-watch it again tonight. Yeah, I love it that much. Third spot obviously has to go to Jaws 2. I did really enjoy it. Now, Jaws 3, I would love to see it in 3D. Anaglyph, my TV, it doesn't have the modern 4K, is it? Active shutter technology. Yeah, there's no way I can watch it in Anaglyph. I don't think any of the formats in the past has had it on, which is a real shame, because I know the new Nightmare on Elm Street box set, they did that with Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. Put in the original 3D film, you have that option to watch it, and it's in Anaglyph, you know, the old red and blue glasses, and it's really good. So yeah, I'm surprised we've never had it for Jaws 3. I would have enjoyed watching that. But yeah, that'll do, guys. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.
Enough talk.